Sherry? Where the hell are you? You're such a rude sister for not coming to your sister's wedding. Huh? Is that you, Mother? It's been 5 years. By my sister, you mean Holly, right? What do you mean, Holly's wedding? I wasn't told anything about it. Don't lie to me. I know you were invited. If you don't come to the wedding ceremony right now, I'm cutting ties with you. Haven't you already cut ties with me? What? Either way, today's Dad's funeral, so... Huh? Did no one tell you about it? Your ex-husband you divorced 5 years ago, my father, passed away yesterday. We had a wake for him last night, and today is the funeral. The funeral's just about to begin. Oh, and I'm the host. It's no use lying to me like that. Huh? What would I gain from lying to you about this? Do you know how hard it is for me right now? I'm not going to ask you to understand, but I never thought you would say I was lying. Do you not want to come to Holly's wedding so much that you're showing me this performance of yours? You really are a terrible sister. Not only do you not have any manners, but you're also inhuman and have no heart. I pity your sister Holly for having a sister like you. It doesn't matter what you say. It won't change the fact that Dad's funeral is currently underway. Don't hurt my feelings any further than this. What's wrong with calling a liar inhuman and heartless? I forgot to tell you, but Holly is also at the funeral. Huh? It's been 5 years since I saw her, but she came with the other relatives and has been helping out. Even though she's not related to Dad by blood, I would have been happy if she just had come to the wedding. She really is a help. You're lying again. Honestly, you never change. Sorry, but I'm going to block you until the funeral ends, alright? Hold on! I'll unblock you tomorrow. Bye. Wait, Sherry! Hi, Holly. Thanks for helping out yesterday and the day before that. I would have been happy if you'd just come, but to think that you would help as well. Don't worry about it, Sherry. You were way more busy than I was. Thanks for letting me sit with your relatives. I was my mother's child from her previous marriage, and now that they're divorced, I would have no way to object if you called me a stranger. But Dad loved you as well. You know that? Yep, I never knew my real father. It was only for a short while, but I was really happy during that time since it felt like I had a real dad. I see. I want to come to the memorial ceremony as well. Can I come? Of course you can. Once we get his inheritance sorted out, we're going to be giving out some of his stuff as remembrance as well. So come to that too if you want. Thanks. Oh, on the other hand though, there's something unrelated I want to talk to you about. You told me yesterday when we had a conversation that you cut ties with your mother and are now living in the capital. Right? Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell you about it in detail since we didn't have much time though. You see, once I graduated college, I purposefully found a job in Tokyo. Mom opposed it furiously and basically just forcefully left the house. This all happened 3 years ago, and I haven't met her ever since. I still have her contact information because I'm afraid of what she'll do if I completely cut her out, but I keep the chat hidden. Is that so? Why are you asking about Mother? Oh, yeah. I also basically cut ties with your mother, and now only have her contact information. But 2 days ago, she sent me this strange message. What kind of message? She was telling me to come since it was your wedding ceremony. Huh? I don't have a fiancé. I don't even have a boyfriend. There's only this one guy that I dated for half a year during college, and I've been single ever since. I see. That just makes the message Mom sent me even stranger. I want to see these messages. Send me screenshots, will you? Got it. Hold on. I have no idea what she's talking about. Sorry about my mother, Sherry. What? There's no reason for you to apologize. You did nothing wrong. I was thinking about asking you if you knew what you might be talking about, but you have no idea, right? Yep, I haven't got a clue, but don't you think that we should probably find out what she's trying to do? Judging by her tone, she must have gotten into some trouble. Holly, I just got a message from her. Hello, Sherry. I decided to believe you about yesterday's funeral. What? You're going to be having a memorial service soon, right? I'll come as well, so tell me when it's going to be once it's decided. You don't need to go out of your way and come. I can't just not go to my ex-husband's memorial service, can I? What's your deal? What you're saying right now is completely different to what you said yesterday. I had no idea what you were talking about by Holly's wedding. Yes, about the wedding. You see, I need some money. What? Yesterday's wedding wasn't actually Holly's wedding, but Holly's ex-boyfriend's wedding. My bad, I must have gotten confused. What? I had no idea that Holly and her ex-boyfriend had broken up. I mean, the two of them are currently in Tokyo, and I thought that must mean that they're still going out. That's when I found the Facebook page of her ex-boyfriend and saw a post saying that the wedding ceremony was today. And so you thought that he was marrying Holly? I mean, it's only natural. I thought that they were still together. That's when I sent a message to her ex-boyfriend via Facebook. Why haven't I received an invitation? I'm the bride's mother, I told him. He replied by saying, the bride's parents have already passed away. We only invited her sister, her last remaining family. Please stop trying to prank us. Oh, so that's when you started invading me with text messages. But I thought that he must have some sort of misunderstanding, which is why I thought that if I came with you, who was apparently invited, they would let me come to the wedding ceremony. But you didn't seem like you wanted to come, so I had no choice but to go to the wedding on my own. Huh? I sneaked into the wedding and saw the bride walking around. I was furious and I approached her shouting, "Why didn't you invite your own mother?" Which is when I realized that it wasn't Holly at all, but a woman that I had never seen. She was so surprised she fell back, stepping on her wedding dress as she did. Don't tell me. The bride tripped and broke her hip. You heavily injured a bride you've never met before? I mean, I thought it was Holly. And so the wedding ceremony was canceled? Yes. What in the world are you doing? But... So, when you told me that you needed money, was it because they told you to pay for the damages you caused by injuring the bride and delaying the wedding ceremony? Yes, that's it! I keep telling them that it's not my fault since it was just a simple misunderstanding, but they won't listen to what I say. They told me that they would send me an invoice at a later date, and now I'm in trouble. That's when I remembered what you said about your dad dying. Huh? I was his wife for a period, which means that I have the right to receive some of his property. He owned a business, so he must have had his own money, right? So you're planning on paying for the money they're asking from you with this inheritance? That's it. People usually talk about the inheritance at the memorial service, right? You don't need to come. Why? I have a right to some of his property, I believe, so tell me the date when it's decided. You're no longer an inheritor of his property since you got divorced. Look it up on your phone. Search property inheritance plus divorced wife. I think you'll get your answer immediately. No way. So does this mean that you're going to inherit everything? That's so unfair. You could at least give me enough to pay off the money I owe Holly's ex-boyfriend. Shut up. You're making me lose my patience. Huh? I wonder who's the inhuman and heartless one. Dad just passed away 2 days ago. Don't make me talk about this. But I need the money. Shut up. I'm blocking you. Sherry, wait. Just give me a few $1,000s. That will be enough. Don't ever contact me again. Hi, Holly. You're reading my texts through your notifications or something, right? I've sent you so many texts ever since you went to Tokyo, but all my messages remain unread, so you're making me anxious, you know? You see, I'm in quite some trouble. It really is an emergency. I'm sorry, but could you please lend me some money? I suddenly need a large amount of money, you see. Either that, or convince Sherry to give me the right to some of her dad's inheritance. Can you believe that she intends to take it all for herself? She's so selfish. Her dad was the owner of a business, so she must be receiving a fortune. And still she refuses to give me just enough money to pay off what your ex-boyfriend and his groom are asking from me. Can you believe it? Just give me a reply, I'm begging you. Holly, please. I barely make enough money as it is and have no savings since all I can do is work a part-time job. Hi, Sherry. I also got a call from Mom begging me to give her money. Just as I had guessed. I still have her chat hidden, so I only read everything once she'd finished texting, though. But I went over the chat history again, and it looks like she was sending texts now and then, even before the marriage. Regarding the marriage, though, she sent me a flood of texts berating me for not inviting her to the wedding. I see. So she wasn't lying then. I hadn't ruled out the possibility. I might have done something terrible to the bride Mom injured. If only I had told Mom about her misunderstanding. That's a different problem. Besides, your mother's accusations aren't your responsibility. Your ex-boyfriend and his fiancée actually told you that they don't want you to apologize and told you not to worry about it, right? Well, yeah. My ex-boyfriend knows about my family's situation, so he must have taken pity on me. Then it's probably best not to interfere any further. If you do something, your mom might interpret it as you siding with her. Who knows what kind of dangerous thing she'll do then? She might even hurt someone again. Oh, I guess you're right. I didn't think about that. It's probably best if we leave Mom on her own. Not that I want to help her, though. Your ex-boyfriend might have thought about it as well, and maybe that's why he doesn't want you to interfere any further. I see. I get it now. I'll just stand by and watch if they don't ask me to do anything, I guess. Yep. I think that's the best course of action. Well then, you're probably going to be busy for the foreseeable future, so take care not to push yourself too hard and get sick or something. Yep. Take care of yourself as well, Holly. Yep. See you later. See you later. It seems that following those events, my ex-mother was asked to pay a sizable amount of money to the bride and the groom of the wedding she ruined. I don't know the exact amount, but for sure it was several tens of thousands of dollars. This was a devastating blow to my ex-mother, since she'd been supporting herself only by working part-time jobs. Not only that, but it was decided that there was a high possibility of her trying to make a run for it, so she was sent to work in a 24-hour workplace by the bride, who was apparently the daughter of a CEO. It seems that she escaped once and fled to the house me and Dad used to live in. But I wasn't home at the time, so the neighbors called the police on her. After that, she was sent to a department that had a stricter surveillance and even harder work than before. I kind of pity her, but decided to just forget since she was such a bothersome person.
You're getting married, Ruby? Without even getting my permission first? Since when did you become so high and mighty?
What? How do you know about the wedding?
What do you mean now? I got an invitation. Do you really want my attention that much? You really are childish. This isn't going to do anything, you know.
What are you talking about? I don't need any of your attention. There's no way I would send an invitation to you people. I've already cut ties. I don't remember sending an invitation either.
Then what is it? Are you going to say that it was delivered by mistake? That's going a bit too far, even if you are an attention seeker.
My fiance's mother was probably the one who sent it. Even though I told her about a relationship and that I wouldn't send an invitation. She probably thinks we should make up or something. She keeps saying that you're my mother related by blood and won't listen. She probably sent the invitation anyways without telling me. It's not for me, so just throw it away, okay?
Oh, is that so? Fine. To be honest, I was kind of baffled when I received this invitation. I don't consider you an ugly, useless brat my daughter anymore after all. My adorable Kristen's my only daughter now.
Yeah, you told me this before. Me, who took after my father, is a failure. And Kristen, who took after you, is a success, right?
Right. Not only that, but Kristen graduated medical school and is now a doctor at a large hospital. You're nothing compared to her.
Yes, I get it. Thanks to that, we were treated differently by you as well. Kristen would get an omelet for dinner, while I only got canned food. My clothes were all hand-me-downs from our neighbors, while Kristen's were all new. My bedroom was the closet, while Kristen got an actual bedroom that was huge. With school as well, you stopped paying for tuition once I graduated from middle school. So I had to go to a school with financial support and a dormitory. Even though you paid for all of Kristen's expenses all the way until she graduated medical school.
Obviously. Why would I invest money on an ugly brat that can't even do anything? We're not going to help you with your marriage in any way, shape, or form. You won't even get a wedding gift from us. When Kristen gets married, though, we'll make sure she gets a grand wedding.
I wasn't expecting you to help from the start. It seems you're as mean as ever. That's why Dad left you.
What? What do you mean by that?
It means exactly what it says. Dad didn't like how you treated us so differently. Which is why he left at the same time I entered high school. You keep telling me that I'm a failure, but don't you have a failed marriage yourself?
What? Just who do you think you are talking to? You act all proud, but you're nothing. There's no way I'll come to this shabby wedding of yours. I'm not going to call your children my grandchildren either.
But don't you have a failed marriage yourself? You don't have to come, and you don't have to be their grandmother either. I'll make an excuse to tell my mother-in-law as to why you won't come. Bye.
That's what happened. And to think I went out of my way to contact her. You think she's rude too, right, Kristen?
Ruby's so rude. Maybe she's acting all high and mighty because she's getting married. Not only is she ugly, but she's rude too. I feel so bad for you, Mom.
You're my only daughter, Kristen. That failure is making me feel annoyed.
But is it true that that pig's getting married? It has to be a lie! Even if it is true, the fiancé must be even uglier than her, lol.
I can't believe it. To think that ugly failure would get married before you did.
That's it! I have a good idea. I'll come to that bitch's wedding and make a huge mess.
Oh. What's your plan? What?
I'm still technically her sister, so I should be able to get in easily, right? I'll come to the wedding and spill wine on her dress or something, or maybe even seduce her fiancé, lol. I'm way hotter than her, so it should be easy. The marriage might even be cancelled. I was thinking something like this. What do you think? Sounds fun, right?
Wow, that does sound like a lot of fun. That's my daughter.
My higher-ups at the hospital are absent on the day of the wedding. So it should be fine if I skip work for just half a day, lol. I'll just head over quickly and ruin the wedding.
Oh, while you're at it, why not wear a white dress to the occasion?
Oh, for real? lol? We're going to go that far?
Say something like, I thought it was my wedding, so I came in a white dress. I'll prepare the dress for you. Take a good look at that ugly bitch's face.
All right. Leave it to me, Mom.
Congratulations on your wedding today, Ruby. Have fun.
What? Why are you suddenly so kind?
What do you mean? Can I not congratulate you for your wedding?
You have no right to congratulate me. Are you planning something?
You never really were a lovable daughter. Never mind. I'm not coming to today's wedding, but Kristen will be there for the reception. So say hi. She's going to be a bit late since she had to prepare.
What? This is my first time hearing this. She wasn't supposed to get an invitation either.
She's trying to make up for me not being able to go. Kristen's a kind person. Unlike you. You know how busy she is, right? She's taking time off work just to see you. You should be grateful.
Listen to me. It's rude to barge into a wedding without an invitation. Just what are you two up to?
You'll find out sooner or later. Just leave a seat open for her, okay? I'm sure you'll be surprised.
Is that so? Fine. I'll tell the people at the front. Just asking, but does Kristen know anyone from the wedding?
How should I know? I don't even care who your fiancé is.
Oh, I pity her then.
Mom, what should I do? It wasn't supposed to be like this.
What's wrong? Did you get a good look at her ugly face? She must have been even uglier when we last saw her.
I don't have time for that right now, Mom. It's unbelievable.
What is it?
Ruby's fiancé. It's the son of the hospital director.
What?
The son of the director of the hospital I work at, i.e. the next director of the hospital. Everyone here is a high-ranking member of the hospital staff. I even saw my boss back there.
Isn't that a bad thing?
That's putting it lightly. I know everyone here, so they recognized me immediately. What should I do? I won't be able to go to work from tomorrow. There's no way I'll be able to get off with just a scolding. They already know I skipped work. And if rumor spreads, I won't be able to work as a doctor anymore.
But...
Mom, what should I do? I got out of there as soon as possible, but my boss keeps calling me. What should I do, Mom?
I don't know. This is your mess. I'm not the one who went to the wedding, so it's not my problem. Do something about it on your own.
What? You're the one who told me to come wearing a white dress. You agreed to me barging in on our wedding. I only did what you told me to. It's your fault I got into this mess. Do something about this, Mom!
Shut up. I'm not the one to blame. This was all your idea. This is none of my business.
What? You're so mean. Mom! Don't leave me! Mom?
Missed call? Hey, will you stop ignoring my texts? Answer the phone.
That's quite a lot of text you sent me. I've never seen this many before.
Hey, what's your deal? What were you doing until now?
I went out with some acquaintances. It was fun. Today was an amazing day.
What's amazing about it? It's been a terrible day for me. Kristen won't come out of her room. She won't even answer her phone. I have no idea what to do anymore.
Well, she did just reveal to her colleagues what she's actually like. To think that Kristen would barge into the wedding with a wedding dress. It was worse than I was imagining, so it actually made me laugh.
So is what Kristen said true? You're marrying the hospital director's son?
Yes, he's going to be the director after his father. I'm working at a pharmaceutical company currently. That's how we met.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? If I had known, this wouldn't have happened.
Why did I need to tell you? Didn't we cut ties? Even if I had told you, you probably would have just laughed and said I was lying. But still, you two wanted to ruin it. Anyways, the two of you are garbage for even trying to ruin my wedding in the first place.
Stop messing around. This is all your fault. What are you going to do if Kristen can't get to work anymore? She worked so hard to become a doctor.
Don't ask me. This is her own doing.
Do something about it. Like, say you asked her to do it. Just make it seem like it was no big deal. Tell everyone it was your idea.
Why?
What do you mean, why? For Kristen's sake, of course. You're her sister, right?
What? Since when were we such a loving family? You treated me like a stranger my entire life, and now this? It's pathetic, really. Why should I take the blame for what you and Kristen did? No thanks.
What? Why you? Did you forget everything I did for you as a child? You're so ungrateful.
I don't care if you think I'm ungrateful. I never once felt grateful for you. And it doesn't even matter what I tell them anymore. I already told them everything.
What?
They asked me what that was after Kristen ran from the scene. I explained to them in depth as to what kind of childhood I had to put up with, and the kind of treatment I received from you two. I even made an effort to look especially sad to gain their sympathy.
What?
They just saw Kristen barge in with a wedding dress, so they didn't have trouble believing me. They sympathized with me. Even my mother-in-law, who couldn't understand my relationship with you two, finally understood. She apologized to me while crying for sending you the invitation. She owes me a big debt, so our relationship will probably work out well. I guess it's thanks to you. I'm going off topic. That's the situation, though. Kristen probably won't have a job tomorrow.
This isn't a joke! Take back everything you said! Now! What are you going to do if Kristen loses her job because of you? Take responsibility for this. This is your fault. You understand?
How is this my fault? You're the ones who underestimated me and tried to ruin my wedding.
It's your fault for having a wedding in the first place. It's your fault for not telling us who your fiancé was. You're just an ugly, useless bitch. You ruined our lives.
You sound so dumb right now. I don't see a point in arguing with you anymore. Tell Kristen that the hospital director is furious, will you? There's no way she's keeping her job. I wonder if she'll be able to find another job as a doctor. It's a small world, apparently. Rumor is sure to spread. The daughter you put so much effort in raising and helping become a doctor is now homeless. How does it feel?
What? This is a joke, right?
Since when were we so close as to tell each other jokes? She tried to ruin her boss's wedding. Of course she's going to lose her job. You can't even understand that?
But we didn't know! Please, do something about it. If Kristen loses her job, then there'll be no one to support me.
Oh, you were depending on Kristen's salary, right? But it's not like I work at my husband's hospital. And I try not to bother him when it comes to work, so I can't really do anything. As you already knew, I'm useless after all.
But, please, can't you do something? I'll do anything. Help your mother!
My mother? Don't make me laugh. Just like you never saw me as your daughter. I never saw you as my mother. I'm tired, so I'm going to bed. Don't contact me anymore. Have fun with the rest of your failure of a life. Goodbye. Trying to ruin my wedding by barging in with a white wedding dress is basically the same as telling everyone I'm an idiot. Those two are really so stupid. After embarrassing herself in front of her colleagues, Kristen locked herself in the house. She stopped going to work either, and was eventually fired. Kristen, who hadn't known failure until then, was devastated and lost all of her will. My mother, who was no longer able to rely on Kristen's salary, tried to turn to me for support. But she failed since I blocked all her accounts and she doesn't know where I live. They now get by with the money they had saved up. But apparently, the two of them just argue all day. They surely have more important things to do before arguing, but since they're stupid. As for me, both my husband and his family sympathizes with what I had to put up with as a child, and our relationship is good. I'm living a happy life now that no one is constantly insulting me and treating me like garbage. I look forward to what life has to bring me now. I look forward to what life has to bring from now.